Hi, this is Thomas Kantor for PopJazzKeys.com. This is the last video, part 3, of my Bossa Nova left-hand crash course for solo piano. In this part, we're going to put it all together. We take those really nice patterns that we learned in part 1 and 2 and apply them to classic jazz progressions. That's exactly what Bossa Nova is all about. It's sort of like combining Brazilian rhythms with jazz. Okay, now that we have a lot of patterns available to us, we need to apply them to jazz harmony. And I'm not going to turn this into a jazz harmony course, of course, but there is one progression that is the most essential one if you want to play jazz, and that's the 2-5-1 progression, also called the jazz cadence. And if you listen to Antonio Carlos Jobim's songs or other Bossa Nova songs, you find them all over the place. Here's an example of a song I wrote that has a lot of them in there. See if you can detect them. As you can see, my little song is full of 2-5-1 progressions. Okay, so let's start with applying the 1-bar Bossa Nova pattern to a 2-5-1 progression in C. Okay, so I'm going to play it in slow motion first. Okay, now the first thing I want to point out is that I actually start with the third finger on the C. That makes it much more convenient to use the fifth finger on the G. Now I'm going to go to the D. Now I can hold this. If you can't, just let go of the G. Okay, so here it is. A little faster. We can add an extra hit at the end of 4. And I also like to go down here like this. Okay, it's a very beautiful pattern. And just practicing this in different keys keeps you busy already. This might be a good moment to throw in a really good tip. Now, we did only 3 keys so far. So we applied the 1-bar pattern to 3 2-5-1 progressions. And that's really a great way to start practicing this. Just stay with those 3 keys for a while until they come naturally, until you don't have to think anymore, until the hand feels really good. And then over time, you can move on to different keys. This will come naturally as long as you work on songs. So I think it's more important that you work on your timing, on accuracy, make it feel good and sound good. Okay, let's move on to the next pattern. Here are the 2 versions on top of one another. The lower pattern is the first one we did based on the 1-bar pattern, and the top one is the one we just heard, which is the 2-bar pattern. Here is one of those A-flat 2-bar patterns that we discussed in part 2 in a slightly different version. So let's adapt that to a 2-5-1 progression in A flat. Now I'm going to anticipate the downbeat of the next bar, but that one is already B flat minor, so we're going to go to the shell voicing. We're going to go to E flat 7, shell voicing. And that's it, right? Now, at the beginning of the video, I just played a simple progression, and I didn't prepare that. It just came out of me because I did a lot of practicing in the past. So I want to show you what I did. I find this always very interesting to analyze myself, and I think you can get a lot out of it. You see how long I hold the bass notes, the chords I used, the patterns I used. So I give it to you in the original tempo first and then in slow motion, and you can really take your time to analyze it and learn from it. And then it's up to you to do the same thing and apply it to the songs you really want to play. Okay, this is it. Now you have a lot of material to work on in order to get your left hand ready for Bossa Nova. Now, to make this easier for you, I created a companion PDF that you can download for free by clicking on the link below the video in the comment section. Happy practicing. Let's go Bossa Nova.